Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Shikrayas Academy. This is Vasanta Ramawat, your faculty for economy and current affairs, and I welcome you all back to UPSC Prelims Rapid Revision. Okay, we are in this topic foreign investment like FDI and FPI. We are going to discuss these two topics, which is very important and comes under external sector. We'll discuss the key concepts and all. So before that, let me ask you something. India is developing. Roads are being built, factories are coming, stock market is, yeah, of course, rising. But money, where is all this money coming from? See, some money comes from inside India. Got it? Some comes inside India itself. And but a very important part comes from outside India. That is from foreigners basically. And here comes the interesting part. Not all foreign money is the same. Yes or no? Some foreigners come to build factories. Some just come to buy shares and leave anytime. They may leave anytime. Today, we will clearly understand this difference. Okay. So once you understand the difference between these two, so you will never forget this concept again. Okay, let's start. So whenever we study these kind of topics like foreign investment, FDI, FPI, this looks like these words sound so big, but these are very simple concepts. Okay, so what is FDI, what is FPI, and why UPSC keeps asking this? Okay, let us go into the topic. What is foreign investment? Foreign investment means money coming from outside India into India. Why do we need this money? Because see, we need money to build roads. Yes or no? We need money to start industries, to grow economy. So foreign investment helps in growth and also helps in managing our balance of payments. Got it? So what do you mean by FDI? FDI now. See, the first type is FDI, foreign direct investment. A foreign company comes and invests in India with that control. Okay, important point to remember is if they invest 10% for suppose or more maybe, okay, they get control and it is called what? FDI, foreign direct investment. For example, a foreign company opening a factory in India, minimum 10% ownership stake to be classified as FDI, which involves direct investment in the real sector like factories, infra, physical assets. And this will grant the investor, this will grant the investor significant control and influence over the management. So this is called foreign direct investment, which is characterized by an investment made to acquire a lasting interest in an enterprise operating outside of the economy of the investor, which means inside India. For them, it's outside. Got it? Now, what are the key features of FDI? FDI is like a serious relationship, okay? To be very frank, long term. It's long term. They stay for years. They stay for years. They take decisions in the company. Okay, money is so stable here. It's a stable capital inflow, and they don't. Why do I mean it's stable? Because they don't run away quickly, and they bring technology also. We get technology transfer because of this, and this will again create the job. So direct investment in physical enterprises leads to what? That will leads to the substantial growth or substantial increase in direct recruitment, direct involvement in employment generation. Got it? So these are the key features of FDI. Now let us discuss what are the types of investment that is in FDI. FDI and its types. There are two simple types. First is greenfield investment. What is greenfield investment? See, greenfield investment means they start from zero, build factory from scratch. And we have brownfield investment. They buy an existing company. Greenfield is a new one. Got it? And brownfield is existing one. Already existing one. So and so these are the two main types of investments in FDI. So here, if you see greenfield investment, it involves in constructing new operational facilities, factories, or offices. Here, if you see brownfield, this involves purchasing the old one or leasing existing production facilities to launch a new production activity. Here, it implies to directly adding to the physical capital stock and production capacity of the host country, whatsoever may be. And it here brownfield investment provides a faster route to the market entry compared to the greenfield projects. Got it? Now let's discuss about FPI. The second type is FPI. Here, foreigners are not coming to build anything. They just buy shares or they just buy the bonds. They just buy shares or they just buy the bonds. Here, the important point is there is no control. What is it? There is no control for them. It's just the investment, so they are like investors. They're not like owners. If you see FDA, it's like they are having some 10% ownership need to be there to imply that thing. Now, what are the key features of the FPI? Before that, I have told you, no control will be there. The investor does not gain management control or a lasting interest in the enterprise. So asset classes, if you see, primarily it includes equities, that means shares and corporate bonds, and also the government securities or G6 we call this. Okay, so the key features of FPI, if you see, FPI is very different. Short term investment, that means they come and go fast. Okay, so this is not a serious relationship. It's very easy to enter and it's very easy to exit. Easy to enter, exit. Got it? There, as we have discussed, no management control will be given, and it's very sensitive. Like it's very sensitive to global news. FPI's fluctuations make impact very heavily, so that's why we call it hot money. Also, what do we call it? Hot money or volatile money, because it can leave very fast. It's very unpredictable or it's very uncertain to predict. Okay. Now let us discuss the differences between FDI and FPI. Okay, so understand clearly here. FDI builds the country, right? This is a long term view, this is a short term view. And FPI moves the market. Here it does build the country, it moves with the country. FDI means we have physical assets like factory, jobs, development, and here we have shares and bonds. And this one line, if you see, management control, yes, it is there. Here there is no, and it's highly stable and it's highly volatile, not predictable. Hot money we call it. So see, in prelims you may expect this kind of short questions also, asking which money is called, which thing is called hot money or what is called volatile money. So we may expect these easy things also. So this is very important to remember such things. And if you see, here we will have a high potential of technical transfer, but here there is no direct transfer that is noticed. Okay, and if you see the 10% rule, it's very important for prelims. 10% is a magic number. This is a ownership threshold number. 10% or more. Here when we are discussing FDI, we said at least 10% ownership need to be there to imply as a FDI investor. Okay, and if it is less than 10%, then it implies to what? FPI, foreign portfolio investment, foreign direct investment. So who decided this? Who will decide this? IMF, International Monetary Fund, OECD. These are the two organizations, these are the two global organizations that decide upon this thing. UPSC always love this concept. First of all, let me be very clear. Okay. So, what could be the economic impact on this? FDI, where you see real economy impact will be there, like building infrastructure, the growth of infrastructure, increasing the production, that means industrialization, boosting the infra, boosting the manufacturing. Employment is one thing which is a breakthrough takeaway for this. And FPI, if you see, increases the volume of trade. Market liquidity has been increased, like it increases the stock market activity and the liquidity. It gives the liquidity also, and it helps companies raise that money, raising the price discovery. So both are important, but both both for both of them, their roles are different. The way they play is different in the market. So yeah, FDI is stable, FPI is volatile. FDI will have management control, where FPI will not have any management control. FDI is a long term one, FPI is a short term one. So just compare. Okay, don't mug up. These are very simple concepts, so no need of mugging up anything. Okay, FDI affects real economy and factories like jobs, production, and FPI affects the financial markets like stock prices, liquidity. Simple difference. Okay, real versus financial. Here see the real word, and it's here the financial word. So let us quickly revise once. FDI, it will have management control, it is long term and it is stable. FPI, there is no management control, it is short term in nature and it's volatile or called hot money. Okay, and 10% rule is very important. If it is 10% rule, if it's 10% ownership, then it comes under FDI. If it's less than 10%, it comes under FPI. Okay, just remember, FDI builds India, FPI trades India. Once you understand that, this topic is done forever, guys. Okay, so I'll come up with again the very good important topic for your prelims. So before that, I see like this is very I would say very fragile time for you. So revise hard, keep revising the concepts. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.